in from Montrose, PA, Mr. Lorenzo Christian.
Nice morning, baby. Look at that moon. Yeah. Wow.
BFF this morning.
Cheers, baby. All right.
We'll bang down 1,000 yards.
I started racing 5Ks since I was 4 or 5 years old. Got into it because my dad was into it. He would train like for a couple of weeks for a 5K for Father's Day, and then we just lace up our shoes and go with him. My grandfather would also run just to stay in shape at, at an older age, and I would be just as his speed, so I would just go with him sometimes, because it was different. Yeah, I'm pretty naturally athletic. I think everybody is to their own extent. I was very competitive with my brother, and I was always in sports, outside playing with my brother, just making up our own games and, just being normal kids, outside. I've always ran here and there, played soccer and hockey, like for fun at home, not on a team or club or anything, just mostly for fun. My mom was a dance teacher, and I danced for a couple of years, did hip hop and tap, and some other like varieties of dance, and that was pretty fun for like 4 or 5 years. In middle school, I got back into running competitively, like in 6th grade. It wasn't not like competitively, like, but I got back into it since I was like, because I had it for so many years after like I was 7 years old. And I just really wanted to join cross country when I joined middle school, because I had like the fastest mile, like the gym mile, and like the highest score for the pacer tests for like since like 3rd grade or so. I just I do really good in running. Our school's like track team was like, it was a complete joke. Like they just threw me in random events, and I knew I was more of a distance runner at a younger age. But they just threw me in weird events like the 200, like stuff you would never see me do now. But it was all right. I really did well still in the mile.
I do think we should be concerned. This is a virus that we know nothing really about, and until we have that information, it's going to remain concerning.
The most important thing now is that we prepare against a possible very significant expansion of coronavirus.
I have decided to take several strong but necessary actions to protect the health and well-being of all Americans.
It began as a whisper, a headline we thought would stay overseas. But in the spring of 2020, the world didn't just slow down, it stopped.
When everything stopped, that's when it began for me, or so I thought. Yeah, during COVID, the most like life-changing thing happened to me is when I had seizures, basically, but they're like fainting spells, really. I had 3 of them during like a 3 or 4 month span. Just pass out like for 30 seconds to a minute. They were like barely seizures, but they were kind of classified as. Yeah, scary. Happened on the roof once, just ironically just not staying hydrated, and that's one of my flaws till this day. It was not really, a bright part in my life, at like a young adolescence at like 13, 14 years old, but COVID was like also new life-changing like thing for me, like, and that's how I got into cycling. I had more time to myself, just after online school, I would just go biking or fishing, go play with my brother, hockey. But our neighbor gave us, she had bikes she didn't want anymore, and we gladly took one, and it was like a hardtail. And I've raced with that, rode that for years, still have it. I thought it was the coolest thing, you know. So many great memories on that. Now it's going back to school time, and going back to school, I was a freshman going back into going back to public school after COVID. So yeah, high school was a new life-changing thing. Joined cross country. Was pretty much JV. Was like just 1 or 2 spots shy of varsity as a freshman, so it's not bad. Got injured really badly towards the end of the year, like 4 or 5 races out, or there was a couple of races out from like regionals and districts down there, and then yeah, that was about it. Just pulled my sartorius muscle. It was bad. And like shin splints before that was also a thing I've like suffered for years, which I'll get in a second. Yeah, it was just more of like a learning curve and just getting into the sport and learning a lot early on. But just, yeah, I really fatigued myself pretty early on. And then I moved schools. My sophomore year, I transferred up into Northeast PA, which I reside now. And it was a little weird, you know, because I never thought I was going to be that kid that moved. But, you know, here we are, you know, here I am, gonna move. And it wasn't like that weird because we've been in the area for like since I was 7. We had a lake house, we knew the people around the area. So it wasn't like, and it's a small town, so everybody kind of knows each other. So I quickly like made friends and knew a lot of people early on. Joined the cross country team. Here it's different, it's small, you're basically varsity once you're a freshman anyway. So freshman level, you're varsity, classified as. And yeah, I was like the 2nd fastest distance kid on the team. But before I had moved, I did like the 4th of July race, met the coaches and some of the teammates. It was really cool. And then pretty much a week or 2 later is when practice started up, and then we just got to work. And yep, and then again, shin splints came back again, and you know, prevented me from running a really good time at districts or states. At least I qualified for states individually. I was like, oh, you have to place top 5. I thought it was 15. 15 get a medal, 5 you have to advance. So I literally got 5th place. But it was not comfortable at all. And it came back to bite me my junior year a little bit. My junior year is when I finally started to race really good. And my senior year was my best year. Junior year was like one of my better years. I obviously placed, well, we qualified for states as a team that year, and I got 28th in PIAA, Pennsylvania States cross country for single A classification, which is like smaller schools, and just 3 places shy of a medal. I was hungry for the whole year because I was so close with that next pack. Just missed it, but that just gave me motivation and drive for more, and I became better in this track and season. And my senior year after. Senior year I finally medaled. I got 11th place, which is way better this year. I ran at 17 flat, but it was a really good year. And then track was also really good my junior year. Junior year I PR'd in the 2 mile and the mile. Senior year I only PR'd in the mile with a 4:36, and my PR is still 10 flat for the 2 mile. And I ran the 4x8 as well. After high school is when, you know, I was really excited to start taking my athletic journey to the next level. But more important than athletics was like some kind of after-school curricular or job, you know. And I was the military, but my seizure history, medical problems from the past came back to bite me, and pretty much preventing me from going into the military until 2029, until a couple more years, because I was on medication that prevented me from pretty much doing it. They failed my interesting processing. We need this and that, and they said no, because you were on here for so long. You have to be off of your medication for X amount of years before you can drive, go into the military. Now I'm just working as a full-time CNC machinist for aerospace companies and healthcare systems, and yeah, it's been fun, you know, but military was my main aspiration in the Air Force. But towards the end of high school, I knew I was going to be a way better distance runner. I could not wait to get into longer distances like the 10K onwards, because I just got tired of 5Ks and cross country and, you know, just doing laps around the track. You know, don't get me wrong, I love track. It's fun, it's exciting, but I just knew I could be way better, you know, at like giving a marathon a crack, or even a half marathon, and just pretty much everything else besides track, because I knew I could just be way better than those kids that I was competing with. So I just wanted to do longer distances, and that's what I did. And that summer I ran a 1:18 half marathon, did a 10K trail race, did the 10K 4th of July race again. I won that for the second year in a row. And then in the fall, I did a full try, or no, not a full try, a sprint try. The year before I did a duathlon, so I wanted to do the full. I wanted to swim this year, so that's what I did. And in November I ran the Philly Marathon in 2:40. So yeah, won the age group. Was my debut. Just really excited and really fun. Holds a special place in my heart, and I will never forget that day. In the spring of this year, I ran the Jim Thorpe Marathon, even more. I was like a 2:38, so a 2.5 minute something PR on that, like a trail, and nobody around. I was pretty impressed with that. Basically, no competition and motivation. It's tough. So why 70.3? I have this ever-growing ambition to be bigger and better, do the next biggest thing, next level. So that's what I wanted to do. I'm a great biker and runner, okay swimmer, so I just decided I'll only give this a try, you know. I want to do bigger and better things. My relationship with triathlon started when I was like 17, so a couple of years ago. I did a duathlon, so barely a triathlon, and then I said I want to do the full try. I want an actual triathlon. So that winter I did swim my senior year and learned how to swim, get the basics down, and yeah, then did that, and then pretty much started swimming in open water in that spring and summer for the next year. And then next year showed up, and I got second overall in that triathlon. It was like a 16-minute like half-mile swim. I forget, like 40-something minute bike, 12-mile bike, and then I think I ran like a 17-something 5K. It was like I forget the time, but I was really happy I did that. Yeah, I just knew like triathlon was a good discipline I am good in. I'm not entirely sure what people think. I know they're really proud of me, and they praise me for going and getting after it and inspiring them. And there's lots of people that are like, oh, he's a nut, you know, this guy's crazy, which I've embraced, and not like mad about them for thinking that. I really don't care what they think. I just know that there's a lot of people that think really positive things for me and for the greater good. Than rather it's just me trying to be better and bigger, you know. Oh, more like, oh, there he is again, you know. There he is riding his bike. Oh, there he is running. Yeah, I think they think it's pretty cool that I'm doing this at such a young age. Sacrifices I've made. Yeah, I made quite a bit of sacrifices, you know. That's, you know, typical stuff, you know. Giving up time to sometimes even personal, like mental health and or for other people. I try to avoid that, you know. You don't really have a lot of time for relationships. So yeah, I gave that up during the winter. Definitely your job. You have to take your job into consideration. Not a lot of sacrifice I can think of at the top of my head. But just a lot of time and money. Because, you know, training and food and gear and stuff, it's not cheap. Yeah. You definitely like sacrifice the time with friends and stuff, you know. But
Made it, y'all. Let's go. I gotta register before I can check in. That's through the store, so. My bag, yo. $550 worth. I want to go put my stickers on my bike and go register that so I don't have to lug that around. Alright, got my stickers on and on my helmet. I'm gonna go check this in now. I checked in my bike. I'm gonna go shopping now. This line is huge. Alright, I got my goodies. I want to go see if I can get a picture by the finish line with my bib and then film a reel with this. Yeah. And just chill out until 1 o'clock for the athlete briefing. You look around, looks like you go there, T1, you go way out there, go over there, come back out this way. We're a transition area. That's what I gotta figure out. The map is not big enough online. So yeah, I'm gonna attend the athlete briefing, figure out what that is. You know, man, I'll tell you what, I got lucky. Look how close I am to the bike out. That's insane. I just have to run from that over there and come back here. Looks like 4th lane. Yep. Get on my bike. Really just run out there. Put my cleats on and then get on. I'm pretty happy with that. I was worried I was gonna have to run with my bike in the middle of all this. It's not bad at all. But yeah, make sure I just put on the right one. I lowered my pressure a little bit because it's sitting in the sun and it's already gotten pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Oh my god, that thing is ugly. That's disgusting. Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna go on my shakeout now. It's only like 2 miles, easy to get it done in between the athlete briefings and then go save a seat. Sit in the shade. Be a good spot because I need to listen and figure out where I'm going. Just so far, these little arrows and stuff is not helping at all. There's arrows everywhere. Did some stretches and I'm waiting.
Trailer or something funky like that. It'll make great stories on social, but it might screw up your race day. So,
all done walking out here. Go get something to eat. Check into the hotel. Alright, y'all, got into the hotel. I'm gonna start unpacking things and kind of get everything ready for the morning. Unfortunately, this is my sleeping setup. So, yeah, we'll make do and get everything sorted. All right, I have everything laid out for today. Yeah, and I'm gonna start kind of organizing things. Everything is pretty much laid out. Let's start with the swim because that's the first discipline. Before I get in the water, I'll be taking a Science and Sport nootropics gel. It's got 200 milligrams of caffeine and 40 grams of carbs. So yeah, there's the cap they give you, and here's my goggles, and here's my OBX wetsuit. It is short-sleeved, making it wetsuit legal if is wetsuit optional, so I can be in the age group awards because I am trying to aim for a top 5 in 18 to 24 men's age group, so I can get an award. Onto the bike. Shimano cleats, road cleats. I pretty much use these for gravel because I don't really walk a lot. Lacole socks. Oh, here's the timing chip I'll be using the whole day. And here's in transition 1, I'll be sucking down another caffeinated gel right after I get my bike, because after I get my bike, it'll be a lot of running in the transition, get up my bike, get everything on, and then as I'm running, I'll suck down a gel in there, and then I have 5 other gels. I'll be every half hour. I'll be getting 40 grams of carbs through these Science and Sport Beta Fuel gels. And this one is electrolytes. It's the only one I had left. I'll be using 2 water bottles through the bike. I did bring this one with me, and I had a smaller one, like a 500 milliliter, and I just bought one today because I wanted this one. It looked nice. I knew I was going to need it because I don't have a lot of, this is really a big one for cycling. So I was like, it's going to be pretty hot tomorrow, and I need a lot of electrolytes. So yeah, I want to mix these Beta Fuel carb mixes, and these have 80 grams in here, which is a lot. And I'll be mixing BPN electrolytes in there as well for some added flavoring, and yeah. And here's the bike I'm going to be using. Bike sticker. It's the Zero helmet. Yep, pretty happy with that Aero helmet. Onto the run. Oh, and this is the trike I'll be using. Anyway, it's a Varlo Mezza one. Gooder sunglasses. Go one more camo hat. Here's my bib holder, so I can just flip this right on in transition. And I'll be taking another gel, running right out of transition. Yeah, 4 Science and Sport Beta gels again, every half hour. Here's my watch. It's the Chorus Pace 3, like normal. And I'll be running in the Nike Alpha Flies with the Strava feed socks. So yeah, they're already pre-tied. I kind of put them on my feet, snug them up, make sure I can slip them on with no problem. I did try elastic things, but you can see it's a weird lacing, so I'm unable to use elastic bands, which is okay. But they still fit on smoothly and kind of like a sock anyway. So yeah, that is everything right here. I have a dream shot I'm gonna take later tonight. Yeah, and then pretty much get all my fueling situated. I have my post-race bag. I'm gonna put all my clothes and some extra food in here. This is my bag I'm gonna take to the race, put all of that stuff in here. Recovery shoes I'm gonna wear there and stuff. Yeah, this is my bag of clothes and stuff. Yeah, and then I have, just what I'm gonna wear tomorrow in the morning. Getting real, getting a little nervous. I'm super happy and excited at the same time because it's new, and I'm very excited. That's all I can say. All right, I have everything, all my bottles organized and good to go for the morning. This one here is the red berry Science Sport carb mix flavor, and I had a little bit left of the strawberry electrolytes. So it was like 2 scoops and a half, so probably a little bit more than 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes. And this one has the orange carb mix drink with lemon lime BPN electrolytes, because I don't think the carb mix does not have enough electrolytes. So I'm interested to see how that tastes tomorrow. Nothing new on race day. I mean, nothing is new, just weird consistency and flavor. And this is the Go More Sport Plus. In here, I'll drink this in the morning, in between, after I get up for breakfast, and then like for a race start, basically. So I'll be sipping on that after I get everything organized in transition. So yeah, that's everything ready to go. Just have stuff there in the morning, like the timing chip and some anti-chafe cream put on in the morning, and then yeah, That's about everything. Carb load, baby. Got a whole plate of mac and some poutine left. Oh man.
Swim was alright. It was that morning. They were like all worried that whole weekend about the water temp for wetsuit legalization, and it was just cold enough for you to wear a wetsuit. But man, going into that water, when you're in the corral, like jumping off the little dock they have, it was not warm at all. It was cold. They're like, oh, it's this and that, 72.1 or whatever. I don't know what they're using for their temperature, but it was not, I don't think it was effective at all. Because when you jump in, even with a wetsuit, it's cold. It's choppy. We got people kicking, and I kind of stayed to the right side, not in the streamline with like people kicking. I felt more comfortable that way. But that first turn buoy, you could not see it at all, even with sighting, sight stroke swimming, because that sun coming up, it was so bad. It was bad glare. I had like just regular goggles, and you can't really see much at all. I wanted a 40-minute swim, so like a 2-minute, or a 2-minute per 100, somewhere around there. Like I think it's like 154 per 100, but I wind up swimming like 2,400 yards, like 200 yards over the distance, because I was staying outside and veering off. It was bad. I started panicking, and I tried to avoid that, because that makes it worse. And then coming the last turn, on the shore side, you can see all like the seaweed and vegetation, and it just kind of freaked me out a little bit. But the finish line was right there, and you can, or well, not the finish line, but the transition was right there, and you could see it. So you just, you get everything you got. I swam at 44 minutes, so not like terrible, but like not as I was expecting. I definitely have to work on my swim for my age competitiveness. It was not good at all. We won't talk about that. Transition was pretty good. I was like under 3 minutes, I think. My bike was like towards the end of the bike transition, so I had to just run through all like people's bikes, and I didn't have to run with my bike out the transition, was awesome. I had to run like 50 feet probably with my bike. And that was pretty fun. The bike, I could see why the course is voted #1 bike course for 70.3s. It was so amazing. That morning was so good. Like, we had the moon out, nice sunrise. It was a good bike course. I did it like, I shoot for 2.5 hours. I got like 2:29 something. Pretty much, I think I had like 15 seconds to spare. Did really well on the climbs. There weren't like really bad climbs, but I did pretty well. I think I did pretty well because I had a gravel bike and I had a 1x setup. I did this on a gravel bike with semi-slick tires and just clip-on aero bars, and I was just passing all the TT bikes and all the people with fancy, expensive bikes, and I was just passing them, and they're like, what the heck, what's going on? So I thought that was pretty funny. And one person passed me on the bike, I didn't, and I just kept passing and passing and passing. That's just what kept me going the whole time off the bike, which is good. And then you pretty much just starting to run. The transition was pretty good. Finished my 2 bottles and got all the gels down and stuff. And it's a 2-lap course of like 6 point something. Like it's like a 2-lap course, and it's like an out and back, and then like an out and back on the other side, and you do that twice. The run course, not really that great. It's like on the riverfront, lakefront trail. So you're pretty much on one side and then the other, and then you have people passing you, and you're passing people. Well, nobody passed me on the run except like one person, and the same thing I did on the bike. I kept passing. I had the 4th fastest run time overall. it was pretty flat. There was only like 2 hills. One on the bridge, you have to kind of go over this bridge, and then there's this one hill kind of park area. Yeah, I did pretty well. Pretty much no other commentary other than the heat, and I was just trying to pound electrolytes down. And at the aid stations were clutch. You pass like in the aid stations like 14 times because there's like 3 or 4 on the course on the lap, and then you go by it like twice basically, on the out and back section, and then you do the loop again. So, and then it had like buckets of kiddie pools filled with ice water, so I just like scooped some ice up with my hat, put it on me, and that's what kept me going too. And that whole thing I did was like 102 grams of carbs an hour. It was a lot of carbs and stuff, but I don't know, it just shows it. That's the amount it takes to perform well. Crossing the line was, it was just a total different feeling. Like you just mile counting down. You're like, oh, it's only like 8 more miles. That's only a long run. Oh, it's only 10K. It's only 5K. 1 more mile. Oh, just a 500. Just a quick 200 meter, and you're pretty much looping around, and then you get to the red carpet. It's like tunnel vision. You know, you hear your name and the town you're from. They don't say you're an Ironman because that's a half Ironman, but I was, it was amazing. Celebrated right at the line. Couldn't believe it. I obliterated my goal time. Did so well. I was just happy I got the experience to do it. It was amazing. Mattered more of that I actually completed the event, did really well. Yeah, I was just blessed to be in this shape at this young age and to do it. If I had to talk to myself 1 year ago today, I would say keep going at it. You know, you're gonna expect terrible injuries and, you know, like really bad adversities that you have to overcome, and you just gotta stick with it, because the positives outweigh the negatives all the time. And even when there's a basket full of negatives right now, you can always return them or just overcome them and go earn positives rather than buying them, if that makes sense. What keeps me motivated? Definitely all of you guys watching, the few of you guys watching, and all of the teammates we have in our coaching group, and my coaches, my parents, and my friends, my brother. The reason why I get out of bed during the prep and get this workout in that morning, or just to continue through the day so I can look forward to a session in the afternoon after work. Yeah, even just, you know, people that see me and I inspire. The reason why I want to continue inspiring and doing what I do. I believe I'm put on this earth to inspire you guys and to get after it and do hard things. I hope others take away from this is to obviously do hard things and stay consistent and consistently do it, and get after something hard and stick to it, and to overcome it when it becomes hard, and to learn like newer things from it, and to apply it to everyday life. And there's always a bigger and better version of yourself to unlock. You just have to go and find it. So what's next? Well, I'm signed up for the Philly Marathon again in November. Very excited for that. And then I'll be doing a 70.3 next year. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Happy Valley, which will be like a couple weeks before this one was. It's like the North American Championships, but like public can do it. And it's a home state race, so I'm very excited to do that. And that'll be pretty much right after the Boston Marathon. So I qualify for the Boston Marathon, so I'll do that in April, and then pretty much go straight to Ironman specific prep. But I'll be pretty much in shape anyway, because I'll be doing a whole lot of bike races from now until then. Well, not races, but you know, just biking in general and trips and events. I have a 50K coming up in a couple of weeks. It's just a really fun, it's just pretty much a fun run. If I tap out, I tap out, it's fine. I just want to do more than a 10K this year. And I have the Chicago 5K in October, so I'm going to be looking to break 16 finally in that. So I'll be pretty much doing a little bit of 5K work in pretty much the beginning of marathon prep. So yeah, I'm really excited to get out to Chicago and watch the marathon, do the 5K the day before. Now, the overall theme of this documentary is that you don't become an Ironman in one day. It's continuous training over the years, setbacks, losses, wins, cultivating your personality so you can show up on Ironman race day ready to crush it. I'd like to give a big thanks to my coaches who blindly kind of got into this triathlon prep and helped me with this. That's Eric Floberg, Clark Moore, and Cyrus Hanna. You've probably heard of them. And to Dark Summit Training, who reached out to me and helped me with the swim plan of coaching. Without them, I'd have to rely on AI, and I didn't really want to do that or make that kind of video. My parents for giving me crap a lot of the time, and you know, being judgmental basically. So I can, it's basically just motivation. It's mostly my dad doing that. Really happy for them, and my brother, you know, being there on the side when they come see me race, and you know, just appreciating what I do. My sisters, all my neighbors and community in my town, pretty much on Strava, you know, giving me kudos and saying things to me, and I see them in public and just online. I really appreciate that, just the little things that keep me going. My friends, I appreciate what I do and, you know, keep me going. I really like to keep them going too. Amazing coaching group we have, and all of our teammates getting after it. Yeah, I was joined within the last year, well, over a year now, but been with them for a year, and my training has like gotten so much better and differently socially, because we're part of something. And it's kind of green and cliche, but I generally think it's me training so much better. Just having similar people. Yeah, I don't have any sponsors to thank yet, so hopefully I get a sponsor soon. Yeah, I'm just so excited. This is taking me a long time to edit, so I really appreciate you guys staying to the end and watching the whole thing. I truly hope this is the best thing I've made so far on YouTube, etc.